but it just doesn't show, so it's not responsible. So they've been doing that shit for years, but now that they, you know, tapped into it, it's getting caught. Y'all think Canelo hasn't been taking Clinton Bruderol for a long ass time?
Solamente él sabe lo que pasó. No, al final de cuentas sabe lo que pasó. Obviamente la gente le tira a Eddie que porque Eddie no le lleva su suplementación, Eddie no le lleva sus cosas.
Canelo Alvarez has shut down all PED rumors and is fully focused on preparing for his highly anticipated fight against Terence Crawford. Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather has taken a sharp jab at Canelo, accusing him of using steroids. He claimed that it's not just Canelo, but several fighters from his gym who have cheated and built fake personas. Mayweather criticized Canelo for repeatedly deceiving his fans throughout his career, mocking his past excuses by sarcastically referring to them as Canelo eating steroid cows.
Canelo, and the list goes on and on about athletes that's been cheating.
Been accused of cheating or been proven?
No, been
cheating?
proven too.
It's been proven.
Yeah. Oh, Canelo. Oh shit, I didn't know.
This been proven.
Lance Armstrong.
Okay. And then Canelo talking about it was the steak that he was. It was the meat that he was eating. So okay, now you eating. I guess you eating steroid cows. Man, these boys kill me.
Echoing similar criticism, Oscar De La Hoya has also shared his thoughts. He pointed out that not only Canelo, but 6 other fighters from his camp have tested positive for steroids. Given the number of cases, he suggested that something suspicious is going on and expressed his belief that someone behind the scenes is likely involved.
How many is it? 6 fighters that Eddie Reynoso has had who have been popped? Well, maybe something is up. I mean, 6 fighters. You know, I'm scratching my head thinking, well, somebody's guilty in that camp. Somebody is. I'm not sure who they're gonna pin it on, but...
Calling it a major backlash for Canelo, Oscar said he doesn't want to speak too much until everything is proven, but admitted he suspects guilt in the situation. He highlighted that 6 fighters training under Eddie Reynoso have tested positive, which in his view suggests there's something questionable going on.
Power. Until you're guilty and it's proven, I can't really talk about it, but when you have a trainer that has 6 fighters that test positive, something.
Speaking of the scandal, Teofimo Lopez also shared his thoughts. He expressed gratitude for having left Eddie Reynoso's camp, saying he felt he got out just in time. Lopez criticized the PED use among fighters in Canelo's camp and remarked that some doors are better left closed for good.
I'm just thankful I left when I needed to leave. I'm thankful they left. They told me not to come. Hey, you know, some doors are meant to be closed for a reason. God knows best.
Meanwhile, Teofimo also stated that since the rumors are still under investigation, he prefers not to say much until a confirmed test result is released. However, he affirmed that once a proven sample emerges, he plans to speak out on how it has damaged the legacy of Team Canelo.
Whatever happened to Munguia happened to Munguia. We can't say that it's PEDs just yet until the sample B comes out.
But this is like the 5th or 6th guy out of that camp that's come up positive.
I can't do that. I can't really get into it and tag along with this narrative until B sample comes along, and then we can talk about it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Jermall Charlo has remained firm in his stance, asserting that he's been speaking out about this for a long time. In his view, fighters in Canelo's camp have been using banned substances excessively. He believes that because they weren't caught earlier, it allowed them to avoid accountability and remain silent on the issue.
Nothing. Jamal, I'm just asking, when you think about Canelo and the PED usage, right? This is probably the 4th or 5th fighter out of that camp that's come up hot for PEDs. Just what are your thoughts around that? And
I've been telling y'all about Snack for a long time. Victor Conte them. All right, so like, all right, hear me out. No bullshit for real. They make the drug at the limit of non-responsible. All right, so like this right here, this level is you're banned. That's a banned substance. They will make the drug all the way up to the line of the banned substance, but it just doesn't show, so it's not responsible. So they've been doing that shit for years.
Furthermore, Charlo claimed that it's not just the recently suspected fighters in Canelo's camp who have tested positive, but that Canelo himself has also been using PEDs. He pointed out that while some fighters may use steroids in a way that doesn't trigger disqualification, those in Canelo's camp have pushed the limits. Charlo also criticized Canelo for alleged long-term PED use, noting that he has been caught in the past as well.
And now that they, tapped into it, it's getting caught. Y'all think Canelo hasn't been taking Clinton Bruderol for a long ass time? Y'all think he ain't back on that shit? Or y'all think it was just in the state? Because I go to Mexico all the time, from Houston, from Texas. I'm in Mexico all the time eating steak. I ain't never got popped for no shit like that.
When you think about
they microdosing it, they're look, no excuse. I'm not trying to put nobody out there. This not just boxing. This is a lot of athletes all over the world. They make the drug right there to the line of like disqualification, but they don't surpass it. So they're not getting caught for it. A lot of these fighters on all kind of shit.
As the news has made headlines following Jaime Munguia's recent positive PED test, Canelo Alvarez has stepped forward to defend his team against the allegations. He stated that Munguia will address and clarify the accusations, but emphasized that blaming Eddie Reynoso is unfair. Canelo highlighted that Reynoso is solely responsible for training Munguia, not managing his supplements.
No, lo de Eddie, de Munguia, pues obviamente con Munguia estamos al 100%, ¿no? Él lo sabe. Solamente él sabe lo que pasó. No, al final de cuentas sabe lo que pasó. Obviamente la gente le tira a Eddie que porque Eddie no le lleva su suplementación, Eddie no le lleva sus cosas de lo que tiene que comer, ni mucho menos, para que entiendan. Eddie nomás lo entrena y punto. ¿Cuál fue hace tiempo yo le dije a Eddie, tú tienes, el día que vayas a agarrar un peleador, ¿qué es lo que tienes que hacer? Agarrarlo desde todo. Tú tienes que darle de comer, suplementación y todo. ¿Para qué? Para que no te pasen esas cosas, porque ya han pasado. Y lo que sí tengan bien claro es que nosotros creemos en Munguia, que seguramente lo va a aclarar pronto. Y lo que quiero que tengan bien claro es que Eddie Reynoso no le da su suplemento.
At the same time, Jaime Munguia has expressed his surprise over the claims. He questioned the functioning of the anti-doping system and firmly stated that he is clean. Addressing his fans with calmness and confidence, Munguia assured them that he has never used steroids and is willing to undergo any testing necessary to prove his innocence.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Los saludos, amigo Jaime Munguia. Y bueno, aquí yo creo que estoy sorprendido, así como todos ustedes, por lo que ya vieron que está pasando de lo de la prueba de antidopaje. La verdad que yo me siento muy tranquilo, muy seguro de mi preparación, de mi suplementación, de todo lo que hice. Entonces, nada más decirles a todos que soy un atleta limpio, que la verdad que no temo de nada, porque sé que he hecho las cosas bien. Entonces, aquí estoy dispuesto a hacerme todas las pruebas que sean necesarias para demostrar que estamos limpios, que soy un atleta limpio, como ya se los dije. Y pues bueno, a darle para adelante, y aquí estamos para lo que sea. Saludos a mi Jaime Munguia y saludos para todos los que nos siguen apoyando.
However, voicing his thoughts on the matter, Oscar De La Hoya has called for a serious investigation into the management of Canelo's camp. He described the situation as a shock to the boxing world and asserted that trainer Eddie Reynoso should be held accountable, emphasizing that a trainer oversees all aspects of a fighter's preparation. De La Hoya insisted that Reynoso must face consequences if any wrongdoing is confirmed.
Yeah, it's shocking. It's just shocking. I can't really comment on it, but yeah, it's pretty shocking. My perspective is, who's their trainer? I mean, if there's 4 fighters who are testing positive for whatever drug, well, who's the trainer? Because the trainer should oversee that. The trainer should overlook that. You know, whether they have a nutritionist, whether they have a doctor, but the trainer is in charge. So I don't know, maybe you should talk to him.
Regardless of all the allegations, Canelo Alvarez has remained focused on his training, pushing himself harder in preparation for the fight. In his training camp, he is making it clear that he's leaving no stone unturned ahead of his showdown with Terence Crawford, showcasing his techniques relentlessly as he gears up for one of the most anticipated bouts of his career. In the midst of swirling PED allegations, Canelo Alvarez has turned to the gym with renewed intensity, channeling his frustration into every punch. As he pounds the heavy bag with explosive force, it's clear he's using the controversy as fuel, pouring out his anger and silence into hard work. Each combination thrown is more than just part of training, it's a statement. Meanwhile, Sugar Ray Leonard has shared his thoughts on the upcoming fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Reflecting on his own past experiences in the ring, Leonard noted that there's always a way to overcome a bigger opponent, regardless of weight differences. He asserted that Crawford has the skill to seriously hurt Canelo, and even predicted that he has a real chance of winning the fight.
It's a big difference. I mean, when I fought Donnie Lalonde, every time he hit me, he hurt me to a degree. Not knocking out, but he hurt me, put it that way. He can do it. I mean, you can do it, no question about that.
You know, what about Crawford do you think can bridge the weight gap? Or like with you, what did bridge the weight gap? Because a lot of people are just saying, hey, Canelo's just too big for someone like Terence.
I mean, that's true, but you know what? There's always a way. Put it that, there's always a way. There's always a way to win.
Echoing those thoughts, Keyshawn Davis also shared his perspective. He stated that he no longer sees Canelo at the same level he once was, suggesting that Canelo may have lost his passion for the sport of boxing. In an interview with Sean Zettel, Davis pointed to Canelo's performance against William Skull as underwhelming, saying it made him appear less formidable than before.
I don't really think Canelo got the same love he had for the sport when he was coming up, but Canelo's still out here his best Canelo. But ain't nobody saying, oh, you know, you ain't fight the best Canelo because he don't got the same love for the sport. Like, nah, like,
Everybody's saying that after the Skull fight now, though. Everybody's saying Canelo doesn't look the same. It does.
Well, I ain't see that. You know what I'm saying? That's probably discrediting the Skull. Like y'all fight fans, y'all don't know in the ring fighting. Y'all know boxing, but y'all don't know in the ring fighting. As much as y'all think y'all know, y'all don't. You know what I'm saying? And no, I can't. No, like that was the. If he won't physically hurt or from Canelo to Tank, if they won't physically hurt and they had a full training camp, they was ready to prepare.
Furthermore, Keyshawn criticized Canelo for his recent performance and shared his thoughts on how the boxing world is now judging him. He noted that Canelo is no longer viewed in the same light as he once was, with many questioning his current form. Davis recalled his own bout with Gervonta Tank Davis as one of his best, but also pointed out that lesser-known fighters like William Skull are often discredited, even though their efforts and performances deserve proper recognition.
That was the best version of them that night. That's the best version of them that night. And your last performance is your only and your best performance. You know what I'm saying? So we are judging you off that. We can't be like, oh, that won't him that night. Like, no, it was him. He just came. That's how he prepared for this fight. Like, because that just discredited the B side. Like, no, the B side fighters are great fighters. And that's what y'all need to realize. These B-side fighters are great fighters. Y'all just so used to seeing this one person dominating so much, whether it's a Canelo or a Tank. Y'all seeing them dominate so much, y'all just discredit the other fighters, you know what I'm saying? And that's not right.
Predicting the outcome of the fight, Keyshawn Davis expressed his belief that Terence Crawford will beat Canelo Alvarez. He described Crawford as the king of fighters who can stop anyone due to his exceptional athleticism, while acknowledging that Crawford has a tough opponent in front of him, one who will make it difficult to fully showcase his skills. Davis is confident that Crawford will hurt Canelo and could potentially stop him.
I mean, shit, that's something I gotta see, man. I think Bud can stop anybody, honestly. I think he got the skill and the ability, like the ability meaning like the power, the speed, you know what I'm saying? And the IQ. I feel like he got the skill and ability to do it, you know what I'm saying? But he's still in there fighting a guy that's not trying to let him do it. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really just be like, yeah, I 100% believe, or I so-and-so believe that Bud is going to stop this guy. Like, nah, but you know what I can say? I feel like Bud is going to beat him. You know what I'm saying? When he does stop him, Bud is super great. Even him just getting that win, he's super great. You know what I'm saying? But I can't just be like, he's going to stop Canelo. You know what I'm saying?
As fight night draws closer, Terence Crawford's trainer, Brian Bomac McIntyre, also shared his thoughts. He noted that Crawford is more motivated than ever for this bout, calling it one of the most important moments in his career. Bomac emphasized that this fight carries major significance and said the entire team is rallying behind Crawford with full inspiration and motivation, ready to make a powerful statement.
I feel fucking great about it, man. Just talking to Bud, and he motivated. He ready to go.
He's been waiting a long time for this fight, you know what I mean? You guys are taking off a long time, just waiting for the Canelo fight. You haven't fought since August last year. Do you think that's going to make him better, sharper?
You know what? It's going to make Bud wiser. Make him wiser. Give his time, his body to heal up, rest up a little bit. Look, dinks here, dinks there. Take his time, getting in shape, get his mind right.
Speaking on concerns about weight, Bomac emphasized that it's time to move past that narrative, stressing that it's not always about size. What matters most is skill. He expressed full confidence in Crawford's ability to beat Canelo based on his superior skill set. With laser-sharp focus on handling business come fight night, Bomac sees nothing but eagerness and readiness from Crawford.
Let's go, man. Let's go. It ain't about weight all the time. It ain't about weight. You know what I'm saying? It's about skills. Now, just mark my words. These are Emmanuel Stewart words. It's about skills.
We know Bud
on that level.
We know Bud is very fast. We know he got great skills, great footwork. The ring IQ is impeccable, but Canelo, he's also been around the block for a very long time. This is the first time fans are gonna see pound for pound two of the best in boxing. Bud is coming to conquer the world. What's the game plan for that? I know you don't want to give too much, but tell us what the man that's gonna put the game plan together.
We just go in there and handle our business, man.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna do.
Bomac pointed out that Crawford's preparedness for this fight is exceptional, with a mindset focused on training even harder while keeping in mind the full 15 rounds. He is confident that Crawford will handle the 12 rounds on fight night with ease. Additionally, Bomac shared his thoughts on Canelo's recent performances, noting that Canelo hasn't paid much attention to the criticism, but acknowledged that he remains a prominent fighter.
I think he's getting put into a corner now where he's running out of excuses. He said that the only thing I bring is 25 extra pounds, and I'm not worth nothing, but he's asking 200 million, and now he's gonna fight me in the same night. This shit's just stupid, bro. Like, just tell the people you don't want to fight me.
Do you think his hunger is dissipated?
I don't know. I can't talk to you about what his hunger is, or how his training is, or how he feels. I can only speak to you about myself, but for me, it looks like fear. It looks like fear, like he's scared of me.
Meanwhile, Jose Benavidez Sr. has raised serious concerns for Crawford, suggesting that while he may survive all 12 rounds, he'll struggle to win. He predicted the fight could end up being very boring, pointing out that Canelo's movement isn't what it used to be. Benavidez also emphasized that the weight difference poses a real challenge, making it difficult for Crawford to go toe-to-toe with Canelo.
It's like one of those things that you have to see how, you're gonna have to watch it to see how it plays out. There's so much things that I feel like could happen in that fight, but I don't know. We're just gonna have to see how it plays out. It could be easy, it could be hard. I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see.
And there you have it. The heat is rising, the tension is real, and the fight world is locked in on Canelo versus Crawford. From PED controversies to bold predictions, from legendary voices to rising stars speaking out, this showdown is more than just a fight. It's a defining moment in boxing history. Will Crawford rise to the occasion, or will Canelo silence the noise once and for all? Drop your predictions in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this is one fight journey you don't want to miss.